Now I'd like to show you this nativity. It is so cute, and you'll see it's much easier than it looks. Okay, the baby's very simple. You're going to cut the shape out and place the pre-made head up at the top, and then the wrap around the head goes across the top. Now I can pin that, or I'm going to just do a machine basting right at the very tip. And then I've pre-made these pieces of fabric that have been turned. You can use ribbon if you want, that's lovely too. We just cross it in front of the baby. Then we're going to take the second side, right sides together, put it over, and we're going to sew all the way around, and we'll show you what that looks like. Now we've sewn up and around, and we've caught the sides of our little swaddling bands and the head wrap. I tucked a little doll hair up in there. We'll put seed beads for the eyes, and then this opening is gathered and tucked up inside. And that's our baby. We've made all of our pieces by copying our pattern and putting it on top of two pieces of fabric that are right side together. Sometimes that's stacked with thin polyester bonded batting, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's open and we'll stuff it a little bit more. Sometimes it's sewn all the way around. We'll slit one layer and turn it right side out through that layer. So we've made all of our little pieces for our nativity. This I did not enlarge, but you can enlarge them if you want. Okay, and then we've paper pieced number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we machine basted where the headdress comes into the body right here. I also did the top of the head just so that when I place this headdress, I'll be above that line. Okay, now when we basted it, it transferred the locations to this side, so I can place Mary's headdress 1/4 of an inch past that line, and it's also above the headline, so that when I'm going to foundation piece this number 5, I'll place the fabric right side down like this, so the bulk of the fabric's opposite where I'm going to cover. I'll turn it over and sew that whole line between 4 and 5, and then when I'll trim the extra out of the seam. When this folds back, the little headdress will fold back too. And then I'll do the same thing on this side with Joseph's. Place it 1/4 of an inch past that basting and above the head, and then I'll take background fabric, place it right side down, so bulk of the fabric's opposite this area, turn it over and sew that whole line, and this will trim the extra out of the seam. This will fold back, and I'll show you what that looks like next. Okay, now I've added those two pieces, and notice how the little headdresses fall back. And I still have the basting from before, so that will show me where the heads go into that seam. This has a little bit of a background fabric here, number 6. We're going to add on Joseph's head, and then we'll do this whole number 7 with background. So we're going to put, see, Joseph's head is bigger, so we're going to put it here, and we will put, oh wait, that's Mary. So it's Mary, yeah. Mary has the smaller head. There we go. So we're going to put Mary's head, Mary's headdress this way. Then we'll paper piece that little section. Then we'll put Joseph's head and Joseph's headdress like that. And then we'll foundation piece that piece up above there. We'll show you what that looks like. Okay, we've done those two pieces. There's always kind of an ugly stage, so this is it. Now also, I gathered that piece of headdress that was there and there, so it kind of makes it look a little skinnier there. These are going to flip back. Now I can wrap, trim, jute, or some pretty little braid or something around their headdress to help decorate that. And then Mary, of course, has hair. Just take your doll hair, just go up and down, catching just small catches of hair until her hair's kind of in place. That gives her some cute personality. And you could give Joseph a little hair and do seed beads, blush her cheeks, And now we've cut out the oval shape for this block that we were piecing, and we put it on a piece of more background fabric, well, not background fabric, but decorative fabric like this. And we've cut bias fabric, put wrong sides together. You pin this oval down so it won't move, and then you put the bias exactly the open edge around that oval, and then sew with your sewing machine using this edge as a guide, and make sure your seam is the same all the way around. And because it's bias, it will stretch a little. You can press it and train it, and it just makes the coolest little frame on this quilt. And then this is the larger Mary and Joseph, so the baby we made doesn't really fit, but the baby goes on the side here, and then the leaves and berries. If you look at the candle, Let Your Light Shine, it shows you how to do the little berries. They're very simple. And in the Thanksgiving quilt, we'll show you how to frame this and finish it. And I hope this has helped you think about it. It's really not that hard. Just a few pieces set in the seams. The baby was kind of fun, and I hope this tutorial helps you.